Welcome to the Notary Educators with Kimmi Podcast. Hosts Kimmi and Jeff Nunnally, along with Alexis Franklin, share expert insights to help you launch and grow a successful mobile notary business no matter what state you are commissioned in. Learn how to become a top-notch loan signing agent and get answers to common notary questions. Explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training library, plus live weekly online coaching sessions with courses on general notary work, wedding efficient services, remote online notary, ink fingerprinting, apostille, translation services, and I-9 completion. Notary Educators, LLC is your one-stop shop for notary training. Tune in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast and subscribe to the Notary Educators with Kimmi's YouTube channel also for more tips. Take your notary business to new heights.
Oh, excuse me. It's Kimmi. How are you? I'm sneezing. Excuse me. What a way to start a show, huh? Well, I'm Kimmi with Notary Educators, your number one notary educator nationwide. What's up? What's up? Hey, I got to grab the books and the journals. I'll be right back while YouTube is notifying you. So it's not a blank screen. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. How's everybody doing? Those who will join on the replay, watch the podcast, welcome, welcome. I had to come on. Y'all know I always got a story because I'm a real working notary in addition to an educator, okay? Hey, Maria, how are you? All is well. Welcome. Thank you for commenting. Thank you. What state are you in? All right. So today I wanted to give you some tips about stamping your paper, the actual stamping process, okay? So I'm going to show you something and then we're going to talk about it. Tell me how this looks. You're an ATL. Yay. Let's let about 2 or 3 more people get on. I want to show y'all this paper and I want to know what you think about it. Oh my goodness. Let me show y'all this. Hey, Sheila. Sheila's in mentorship. Hey, Sheila. What's up? What's up? Okay, let me show y'all this paper. Look at this. Look at this. For those of you who cannot see, it is a document it's a real document. And unfortunately, I was practicing, Jeffrey and I, we were re-inking our notary stamp, my notary stamp. And it's a hot mess for those of you who can't see it. So when you get home, I want you to come back and look at this because this is real and this can happen to you, okay? So let me show y'all one more time. One more time. That's the notary stamp I'm trying to show you. Those blotches there are the actual notary stamp. Okay, let me cut the air up too. Hold on 1 second. Let me cut the ceiling fans on because it's hot here. All right. So I have to give you some tips when it comes to re-inking, okay? You have to make sure you have enough ink in your notary stamp, okay? That is a must. For the last, I guess, 3 weeks, I have been working with my stamp and I should have re-inked it, okay? I did not, okay? Full disclosure. I did not. I have 2 stamps. If your state allows you to have 2, then I recommend you have 2, okay? In my state, it doesn't mandate how many I can have, so I have 2. I have actually 3. 2 squares, 2 rectangulars, and then 1 round, okay? But I always use my 2 rectangulars, so I don't even recommend ordering the round one. Some people do like the round for some reason, but it doesn't fit most documents, so I don't, okay? So I've been waiting around for 3 weeks. So the first time I stamped, I'm going to show you this paper again, the document, it looked like this. Now this didn't happen today, this part, but this is what happened on a previous document. You see how faint that is? I'm putting it in the screen for those who are listening later, okay? Hey, what's going on? In grip. She's like Kim Fred. That is so funny. So you see how faint that is? If you stamp your document and your ink stamp looks like this, that's bad, okay? That's an error. They can't read it. They can't see it. So that's too faint. That's the time you know. And you'll know even before this point, because this is really bad. You'll know before this point. If it's to the point where you cannot read your name your information on that notary stamp, please re-ink it. I carry it in my notary bag. I meant to bring the bag in the house. Dog it. I might just walk out to the car and show y'all. I'll take y'all out there. But I always carry my ink with me. And you want to make sure either the lid is on really tight, or you even put like napkins in there, because that ink will bleed on everything. Hey, Lisa. Okay, so that's one thing. Now, the second thing is, you want to put a few drops when you're re-inking it. Just a few. Hey, Robert. Robert. What's up? Hey there. How are you? You want to put a few drops when you're re-inking your notary stamp. And this is so important, because if you don't, do you see this, how blotchy that is? Those that are watching live or watching the replay, you see how blotchy this is? This is my notary stamp. All of these are my notary stamp. Okay? Because we put too much ink. Too much. I laugh every time I see it, because I'm like, that is crazy. So we had 2 notary stamps. I have 2. So the first one, we did it perfectly. I say we, Jeffrey did it. And he put the ink in that one, and it came out good. It came out good. It was readable, legible. But this one, we put too many blotches. I saw when he was putting the ink in there. So when you're re-inking, you put like 6 little drops at a time, kind of let it set. Maybe add another little 6. But if you put too much ink, this is what your paper gonna look like. Okay? So you have to make sure you have enough ink. And I did a signing a few weeks ago. That's what I was saying. And on that particular signing, my stamp wasn't clear, so I had to restamp it. I was so embarrassed, because I charged that person a lot of money. A lot. And that's why I always tell you, anything you do in the notary space, okay, I can talk about other businesses too, but whatever business you're doing, do it in excellence, because you're charging these people a lot of money and you don't know what you're doing. You're messing up their documents. How is that going to look? So in my case, he was super cool. I re-stamped it with my other stamp, and everything was good. Okay, everything was good. You have to make sure that you're on a flat surface also. That was part of the problem with my ink fingerprinting client that I was telling you about. I think it was yesterday or the day before when I went live. That client just could not roll his print. He just refused to let the clipboard lay flat so he can roll the print. He wanted the clipboard the way he wanted it, and it kept popping up, flipping up. Okay, so that can't work. It's got to be flat. And when you're stamping your documents, it must be flat and clean, crisp and clear. It needs to be perfect. It must be perfect. Okay, if you don't know how to fix your notary mistake, you probably need to be in mentorship. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit about mentorship in a minute, but we do teach you for real how to correct all that. I'm gonna tell you today too, because that's just what I do. But you have to make sure your documents are crisp and clear, your notarization part, because that's what they're paying you for. You could write all pretty, and some people got perfect handwriting and this and this and that, but if your document is not stamped correctly, you got a problem. Okay, signing companies, lenders, your general notary client, they need that document stamped. They need to be able to read it. When it gets to the court, that's important. Why is it important for it to be stamped correctly? Because when it gets to the courthouse, they need to be able to read it. Okay? When you're doing apostilles, your signature must be clear, because they must be able to read it. It must be signed exactly like your notary commission on file. So if I sign Kimberly Nunnally, that's what everything needs to be signed, especially when I'm doing apostilles, because that's what the Secretary of State is comparing. One signature for my actual signature to make sure it's me. Okay. Hey, Carolyn Thomas, how are you? Welcome. Robert and Carolyn, what state are you guys in? What state? So anyway, I had to come on and share that with you, because that is so important. It's little things like that that makes a difference. The reentry coach. Hey, everyone. Ohio in the house. Hey, welcome. Yeah, so little things like that makes a difference in your signings, you know. So you may say, well, I can learn this in my notary handbook. Nope, your handbook is not going to teach you that. You need real life instruction. That's what I love about the Notary Mentorship Program so much, is that it's real life. I can take the things that I've been through the last few years, and I can teach you what to do. So you don't have to make the same mistakes, okay? Carolyn is in Georgia. Yes, another Georgia peach in the house. So, mentorship, just for those of you who may be brand new with us, is we teach notaries nationwide. It doesn't matter what state you are located, because you have to know how to be a great notary, okay? And why do I say that? Because your documents are going to come from literally all over the world. You hear me say this every day. People don't believe me. That's the number one question I get to. One of the top 5 is, well, you're in Georgia. How can you teach me? We help everybody. Chanel. Hey, Chanel. Chanel is in mentorship. She's in California. She will tell you we have her back at all times. Our chat actually is open 7 days a week. 7 days a week. From 9 in the morning to 11 at night, because of people like Chanel that are on the West Coast. We got West Coast. We have people out in Nevada. So we have people on Mountain Time, Pacific Time, the different time zones. So that's why we run our chat 7 days a week until 11 o'clock at night, even on Sundays. Okay, Chanel will tell you. Texas is in the house, and we got a bunch of Texas people. A lot of Texas people. I would tell you the majority, we have Texas, Florida, and Georgia are the majority. Cali, a few. Illinois, we got several too. Chanel says yes, and they answer and respond. Thank you for that, Chanel. Robert is saying something. Yeah, so anyway, check out the mentorship program, especially if you're serious about starting this business, if you really want to know for real everything there is to know, how to properly notarize documents, how to do acknowledgments, how to do jurats. If you want to know about apostille work, ink fingerprinting, proctoring, everything literally you need to know. Now there's 2 entry points. You can start with the basic plan, or you can do the all-inclusive plan. So I find some people are just getting started. They may not need to know how to do long signings yet. They may not even want to learn that, right? So everybody just saying hi to each other. So it depends on what you're looking for in your business, but we do have 2 entry points now for you. And one is a $27 price point, and you get to still come to the meetings with the all-inclusive. It's not 2 separate meetings. And that's the part I love about it. It's one group, one family. So even though you're not paying the same thing, you still get the benefit from the meetings. The meetings are open. It's coaching. That's what we're here to help you to grow your business, you know? And that's if that's what you want. So some people choose, they just like the replays. That's fine too. But I find that people that actually come to the meeting and then actually participate, they tend to grow faster in their businesses. They just do. And those that are actually in the chat, because some people don't prefer to be in the chat because it is a little activity most days. It's a lot going on. Let's see here. Robert says, it's great. I read all the comments, seeing what you people are going through, so I can get prepared for my first time. Robert, come on, join mentorship. Don't try to wing it. Oh, Robert, you're in mentorship. The chat is very informative. Okay, Robert, I know who you are now. I'm sorry. Yes, Robert is in mentorship. Okay, I had to see that again. Yeah, for real. But don't wing out your first time, Robert. You are in the chat. You are in the mentorship. Let us help you. I always say I want us to make our mistakes together, right? Instead of you calling the signing company. Because a lot of times people first reaction is, let me call a signing company. Let me call a signing company. No, you're going to let us know so we can help you. Don't call that signing company. Don't email them. Now, if we have to eventually, because they're the ones that gave you the signing, if something is still totally unclear to us, then that's what we're going to advise you to do. But 90% of the things we can handle over in chat, and that way you look like a pro in front of the signing company. They don't need to know that you're in mentorship. They don't need to know that you got 4 people that got your back, plus a whole slew of over 100 notaries in the chat that also have your back, right? So they don't need to know all that. They just need to know you know how to stamp that paper and get it completed. Ian Grip says, were you going to run out to the car and get your bag? Yeah, I can. Let's go. Field trip. Look, field trip. Let me take the phone. Y'all gonna make me work today, huh? Field trip. Let's go. Let's go. Because I wanted to show you that ink for real. It's just so doggone hot. Okay, let's go. Field trip. I gotta open the garage. We need some keys. Y'all gonna make me work. But I really wanted to show you. I meant to bring my bag in the house. Woo, Lordy be, it's hot. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna get the bag. I'll show you the back too. Some of you may be new. This is your first time. So this is the back of Jeffrey's car. Let me pull this down. There we go. So this is the back of his vehicle. So I always tease people and say this is our mobile office. So let me show y'all. We got this table. Hold on one second. I should have got a selfie stick. I got one in the car. Hold on. We have this table here. Let me show you. And it's a really nice table. So this is what we do when we use the back of Jeffrey's car. Hold on one second. I'm kind of hard with the phone. Okay, there we go. So that's what we do when we're in the back of his car, okay? That's the little table. I think it's on the Notary Supply list. It's on my Amazon list. And I'm going to show you the back of my car. So in the back of my car, though, I have this hard back right there. So I don't have to have a table. I have a built-in back. So I really like the way mine is set up better, okay? I'm going to bring the camera back on me for a second while I get my notary bag. So this is my bag. Many of you have seen it before. Let me show you. It's a rolling bag, and I love my bag. And then let me show you. Let me see, can I set this up? Let me see. Oh, I forgot I'm on YouTube. The camera has to be a certain way. Okay. Let's see. That's not all. Okay, let's see how long that lasts. So we got the bag. Hold on, I'm gonna get make sure it's not moving. So I keep everything in my little bag here. Okay. Let me see like that. So I want to show you. Okay, that's good. So this is all my extra stuff. I'm not gonna show you everything because it's just too hot. But one of my jobs I have to have tape. So I always have tape. I think I've showed you all these chunky ink pens and stuff before. You may be new, but this is for my arthritis people. When they have arthritis, I got that one. And I got one they can stick their finger through there like that. People love these pens. They always trying to take them. One day I'll come and do a whole notary bag. Okay. Another one. But this is the ink. Uh-oh. Slide. This is the ink. So what you do is you take the tray out. Uh-oh. Let me see. There we go. This is the ink. It's called Stamp Ever Black. Okay. Real little. Real little. So then you take your notary stamp. It keeps turning. And you take the little tray out. I'm not going to try to do it because it's not going to be pretty. But you take the tray out and then you ink it. I say put about 6 drops of ink. Okay, because if you put too many, try like 6 or 7. If you put too many, put this here. If you put too many drops, it's going to blotch like I was showing you earlier. And you do not want it to blotch. Okay? When you're doing your documents, your clients are not paying you for blotchy documents. They want a crisp, clean stamp. Okay? So I have my little bag. I have some Sort Quick in there. I hate this little baggie. But it serves a purpose. I had one client I actually needed glue for. This is glue. Okay? So it's hot, so I can't stay out here. But I did promise to show y'all that. So I wanted to come. Ian Grip don't be playing, boy. I don't want you in mentorship, girl. Or guy, you can come on though. Because whatever we promise, we could deliver. So I ain't worried. So let me get the phone. Hold on. But anyway. So you see the ink though. I also have red ink. Because I put it in my certified copy stamp. Okay, so you need red ink and black ink. Okay, woo, it's hot. You need red ink and black ink. So I have both. Okay, I recommend you get both too, because I need the red sometimes for my certified copy stamp. So these are little things that you ain't gonna find that in your notary handbook. Okay, And most people ain't gonna even tell you need it. But I like you to be prepared. And I find that when you're prepared, that also helps you with your confidence. Oh, hold on, I gotta put it back on the stand here. Yeah, when you're prepared, that helps with your confidence in doing your notarial duties, okay? So I always have my ink, black and red. Black is for just about everything, but I need the red for my certified copy stamp, okay? So you need some red too. All right. What else is going on? What questions do y'all have? Rub castor oil on your hands for the arthritis. Got to keep our lovely mentor healthy. Oh, no, not for me having arthritis. That's so cute. No ink grip. Not for me. That's for my clients. Those ink pens that I showed you are for my clients when they have arthritis. Yes. I don't have it, thank goodness. Okay. No, but for my clients. So when you go on a signing, that's why I know you need to be in mentorship, my friend. And I teach this in my classes, though, for real. And it's not, I'm just trying to sell you mentorship. This is real talk. But these are the kind of things you're not going to learn in your notary hand. But this comes from being an actual notary and doing the work. You can't learn this in a handbook. You cannot. So no, some of my clients, sometimes if they had a stroke, if they're seniors, if they're elderly, they have arthritis, they are not able to write with those little skinny pens that we like to use. So they have the chunky pen that I have bought, the ones I just showed you, and they're able to take the pen and still write. Sometimes they have to make an X like this with the pen in their hand, or they can put their finger in between the red one that I showed you. So like a yellow shaped pen. So that's for my clients. I also had a blind signature card in my bag. One day I'm gonna bring my whole bag and we'll just go through it again together live, so you guys can ask questions about it. But those little extra things I showed you are not for me, it's for my client. So that's how you become the #1 notary in your area. Little things like that. People remember, oh, she's the one that had the pen for seniors. She's the one my dad was able to write after he had his stroke. Because I just had that happen. I was at a signing and the dad had a stroke and his left side was affected. Now, most people, when they have a stroke, it may be the right side, and most people are right-handed. So in his case, it was on the left side, and he's left-handed. So he was able to sign the document. His signature did not look exactly like it normally does, but he's able to sign with his right hand. I gave him the chunky blue pen, and he wanted to keep my pen, actually. But y'all know I couldn't let him keep it. I can't let everybody keep my pens. I'll be broke. But if he had really asked for it, I would have gave it to him, because I do have two. But I need my pens, though, you know. Hey, Tyra, how are you? All right, yeah, so those ink pens are not for me having arthritis, which I don't. It's for my clients. If they have arthritis or had a stroke or any different reason why they can't write with a regular little ink pen, okay? Hey, Lori W., what's up, what's up? So I see we got quite a few new people. If you would go ahead and like and subscribe. Hey, Tyra, did you sign up for the chat? I don't recall inviting you to the chat. Are you in the chat, Tyra, or did you sign up for the starter package? Either way, but I look forward to meeting you, okay? Yeah, the 20. Okay, no problem, no problem. So, why didn't you come to the live yesterday? You didn't come to the live, did you? No worries. Starter package is great. You were there. You didn't introduce yourself. I stayed later to meet the new people. Like, for us to actually talk for a minute. You didn't say anything. Why not? Oh, Tyra, that's not going to help you in your business, honey. I don't want you just to join for your money. I'm not that person. I really want to meet you. I want to help you grow your business. And I understand you retired, so next week, okay? I got it. Hey, Pamela. Pamela's in mentorship. No worries, honey. No worries. Next time, okay? I'll get to meet you next week. No worries. How are you liking the $27 program? Now, how are you liking it? And while you're telling us that really quick, I'm going to just show you everyone that may be brand new with us that you can check out the Start Your Notary Business book. And there is one for every state, all 50. This happens to be Georgia, Indiana, and Florida. Okay, so you can check out those books to help you to start and grow your notary business. Again, every state has their own book and the links and everything you need. Okay, so check those out at NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. Okay, very good. Oh, Tyra says she got the one from Ohio. Cool. Okay. So, Tyra, yeah, honey, let me meet you next week, though. Hopefully you have a little more energy. And I understand that, too. I do. I'm rah-rah all day. I wake up like this. Now, today, I was a little tired. I had a lot going on. But I was like, if I don't do this live right now, I don't know when I'm going to do it. So I had to do it right now. I see we got a lot of new people. Please feel free to drop your comments, questions. Ingrid says, yeah, some of the seniors in a nursing home have a problem. I thought you were talking about yourself. I know. That's why I said that's so cute. She's worried for me. But no, your clients may have a problem signing documents. So on the supply list that I give you, I include those items, and now you know why, okay? You can download the free notary supply list at Notary Educators LLC under resources. So you don't have to be a member to get access to that. I have a whole list of supplies that I recommend. And, you know, of course, if you're in mentorship and as we continue to go live and stuff, you'll be able to see what they're for. Okay. Need to pull the hair out a little bit. All right, let's see. Tyra says I need to be more consistent. I actually ordered the Ohio book. Yes. The reentry coach says, hey, Kimmi, I'm Dee. What's one really unique client you have that's not a signing company? Most unique, well, I won't say it's unique, but I do field inspections too. So it's not that unique because everybody's doing it now. I actually have a course about it, and I've had the most raving reviews about people starting their field inspection businesses because they didn't know they could do it. So I teach you how to do it. If you don't want to do full-blown mentorship, though, you can just get the course. It's on sale. Coupon code is WIN 2025, WIN 2025 at notaryeducatorsllc.com, so you can get the field inspection course. Check out the whole course library because I find some people aren't ready for mentorship, or they've already kind of went past that maybe. I don't know. But you can still buy the courses separately. So whatever you think you need. But my most unique and exciting thing that I always do, the reentry coach, would honestly be apostilles. I mean, whenever I do an apostille, the hairs on the back of my neck still rise because you never know what it's going to be. It's my most high paying job is doing apostilles. I did one last week. It was 2 pages, $325. The full video is coming out soon. The full video, because I did a whole day in the life of that one, because it was a whole day in the life. So apostilles are my highest paying job. They're actually still one of the ones that is like, ooh, I don't just like love doing them because it's just a little taxing on the brain, trying to put the puzzle together, you know, what country is going to, who needs to sign it, et cetera, how they're shipping it. So it's still not my like, ooh, I just love doing them. But the money is good. Your girl gonna do them. And I started doing them in 2023, 2022. My first video I might have put out about it, but I didn't really like hone in and like, I'm gonna get this thing until like 23. I had a goal that whole year. I'm learning apostilles. I don't care what. I'm learning them. It's still a lot to learn. Apostilles is not an easy thing, but it's not as complicated as people may have you think it is, okay? That's all I can say, really. I can't explain it without you actually doing it almost, okay? Or at least taking the training so you have a point of reference. But that's my favorite thing when it comes to money-wise, how much money I'm going to make is apostilles. That's higher than loan signing. Apostilles is higher than direct, okay? And it's so my easiest jobs would be my loan modifications. Those are two notarizations, keep it moving. Boom. I get those from loan signing companies. So my easiest jobs are loan modifications. But of course, with more money comes more responsibilities, right? With more anything comes more, right? So the apostille is a higher paying entry point job. I love doing those for the money. And then actually, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I like putting the puzzle together. I'm like, okay, so this document's going to Peru. Then he needs to have a shipping envelope to go here. Because I'm that person when it comes to organizing. So that piece of it I like. I like the fact that, okay, I have to say to myself, okay, is it shipping, UPS, FedEx? How much do I need for this? How much do I need for that? And numbers is my thing because I used to work at the bank. You guys know that. I got a banking background. So I love putting the numbers together. I love putting the package together. You know, so that part of it is my jam. What's not my jam, I guess, is when it has to go to DC, what I call level 2 or level 3, when it needs a authentication from the embassy and all that. Those can be tricky, okay? That's the part I don't like. But just your regular run-of-the-mill apostille, sign me up every day, okay? Because that's some good money. Tyra says yes. Ma'am, Alicia. Hey, Alicia. Oh, Alicia, you are so dope. Alicia says, Kimmi, you were awesome for sending me the purchase breakdown documents. You are so welcome. Alicia's in mentorship, and she had a situation where I'm just going to tell a little bit of Alicia, not all of it, but she just needed to find out what documents go to this person, that person, whatever. And honestly, I've never even had that question come up before. So mentorship is training for me also. The mentor is getting mentored, okay? Because it's just everybody asks different stuff. 99% of the time, nobody asks you to separate the package and say, well, who gets the buyer's documents and where are the seller's documents and where is this document? So I'm going to upload that to the mentorship program, Alicia, tonight. So, but you already have it in your email, but I'm going to send you, I'm going to actually update and put that in the documents for everybody to have in case, somebody else want to see that. Because that was an excellent question. It really was. So I know I kind of gave you a little pushback, like, what are you talking about? What is that? Because I just had never heard of it before. But now that you brought it to my attention and everything, again, I like to make sure everybody's on the same page. Somebody else might encounter that, Never know. Hey, Alicia, is it okay if I send you a link for a review, girl? Because I'm just trying to build up the Notary Educator reviews, too, if you don't mind. And you should be asking your clients for reviews. Every client. So a lot of times people will tell me, oh, Kimmi, you guys are great on this, great on that, da-da-da. And I appreciate it. But I'm like, hey, can I shoot you over a link for a review? So I'm going to send you a link, Alicia, later on. But it was my pleasure, though, okay? No pressure. But if you could leave me 5 stars, it'd be great. But I tell you guys that, too. Ask your clients. If you don't ask them for reviews, that's the trifecta. The trifecta with a client is charging it enough. Trifecta. The 3 things that make it go boom. Charging it enough. Distance was low. That's really part A, part B. Second one is making sure if they give you a tip, okay? If they give you a tip, it's like, okay, now we're going to have this conversation, and I don't care if y'all go to somebody else's channel and y'all talking about it. Some people might leave me a tip, and I'm going to say thank you, okay? Because there's a whole thing going on right now. Should you leave gifts or, to talk to signing companies and, try to get your foot in the door? Is that against RESPA, some other law, this law, that law, whatever? Sometimes I think we just do the most. I really do. And that's my opinion. I'm not going to get in a fight with anybody because everybody has the right to choose how they run their business. Okay. I personally don't even take gifts anymore. I would take them to establish relationships to say thank you. Like it's hot right now. I'm probably about due to take my people that I do a lot of business with some shakes. I usually do Chick-fil-A shakes. Or I'll ask them what they want, what's near them that I can run up there and get them something. So everybody has to run their business the way they want to. I don't believe you have to bribe your client. What my services that I offer is enough. But initially, I have taken some cookies before or taken something to someone, always wrapped up. So yeah, I got to leave that in the comments or nothing. But always something individually wrapped or something like that. People are very appreciative. It's just a way of saying thank you. A $5 pack of cookies is not going to cost you your notary commission, okay? It's just not, okay? Now, if you're trying to, give somebody $1,000 gift, let me fly you and your family over to Jamaica so you can give me a long signing, that's different. But just to leave a person a pack of cookies, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? What are you guys' thoughts on that? Is it wrong to leave a little gift or something just to say thank you, to get your foot in the door? What are your thoughts on that? People just remember. You're just trying to be memorable. I don't think everything is a sin. I just don't. I think we need to pace ourselves. It's bigger fish to fry in the notary space. How about people out here notarizing stuff they don't know what they're doing? How about that? How about you taking a $200,000 buyer's package and don't know what you're doing? Now, that's a problem right there. But taking somebody a pack of cookies, I'm a person, I don't sweat the small stuff. I don't do it in my personal life. I don't do it in my business. I just don't. I don't. You can look up in here. I got a few grays, but ain't nobody gonna stress me out. I joke with my mentees and my notary family. My blood pressure, girl. Watch my blood pressure. Okay, for real. So I don't sweat the small stuff. If it's not illegal, I mean, come on. a $5 pack of cookies. Even when I was working at the bank, I think we had a $25 rule or something. If it was over $25, and you have to try to claim it, this, that, and the other, whatever, you know. But ain't nobody got time to be stressing about every single thing. There's other stuff out there, okay? Alicia says okay, great. The reentry coach says, I want to learn that. Tell me what it is you want to learn. Oh, you're so welcome. Alicia, okay, Alicia, I'm going to send you a link when I get off this live, girl. Thank you. I'm going to send you a link. Lori says, I feel that it is okay to give people a small gift. It's acknowledge their value, that you appreciate them. I feel the same way. I really do. I just, when I heard this whole controversy thing going on, we talked about it in mentorship last night. Because somebody had just, made some beautiful gift bags, right? And it was very productive their day. It was very successful. But I felt I had to mention it to them what the whole chatter was on YouTube right now. Because a lot of times, a lot of stuff on YouTube, Instagram, it's for clickbait. That's what it's called, clickbait. Something to make you go, ah, let me watch that. It's shocking, like the old Inquirer News and stuff like that. But I don't sweat the small stuff. I just don't. I'm about building my business. If it ain't going to build my business, I don't waste a lot of time on it. I'll be honest with you. Even here, I don't do a whole lot of that badgering people and companies and other channels and all that stuff, because that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help you make money. You make money. I make money. My people do well. We do well because they're going to tell somebody else. I just recently told a story of a lady that was in Alabama at the gas station, and somebody in Alabama referred her to our Notary Education. So that's what I'm about. And a lot of people have even tried to shade me on different stuff over here. Well, you're not this, you're not that, whatever. Are you cutting checks? If you not, I listen a little bit, but it go in one ear, boop, boop, out the other. Because sometimes people are jealous of you. It's so funny. I don't know if you've ever seen like the Count of Monte Cristo. If you've ever seen that movie, it's a really good movie, guys. Count of Monte Cristo. And the guy that is the real count, he has everything. He has everything. But his friend, he's content with the little things. He don't really have that much. And the one that's got everything is jealous of the one that's just trying to get just a little piece. It's even in the Bible with King David. David had wives and, concubines, and he had this, he had that, he had everything. And then he wanted Uzziah's wife, Bathsheba. And Nathan was like, he said, Nathan was trying to correct him on the sly. So he's telling him, hey, what would you think of somebody that took somebody's sheep and they took this and they took that? And the poor man had only one. David was like, this man should be killed. So my point is, people are jealous of you too, guys, even in your notary business. That's why I just had this conversation last week in our mentorship, and not to be preachy. That was just a thought, and it was up there, so it came out. But I was just having this conversation with another one of our notaries. Don't tell everybody how much you charge in your business. They don't need to know everything going on in your business. Even fellow notaries, they do not. Because they're not taking training. They don't know how to price their jobs. They don't know what a real business looks like. So they're over there still stamping for free or stamping $2 what the state law say because they don't know what to do. And they're telling you, girl, that's too much. You're ripping people off. I hear YouTubers say that. I'm like, for real? They don't know how to run a business. So, and I've heard people say, well, the notary business wasn't even established for you to be making money off of it. Are you kidding? Everything in the world's made to make money. Everything. AI. You don't think they're making money off of AI? People about to get paid. If you don't know some AI, you better start learning it, okay? That's all I got for you on that. You better start learning it. Reviews are super, super referrals. Good rapport. Yeah. Small gifts are memorable. True. Okay, the reentry crow says, I want to learn apostille work and I-9s. Yep, all that's covered in mentorship. The all-inclusive package. Apostille work, I-9s, all of it. What state are you in, the reentry coach? The only state with I-9s that has to be tricky is California. In California, you have to have a bond because it's an immigration document, okay? It's an immigration document. Oh, excuse me. But all of that is covered, everything. So check out the whole mentorship program, what's included at notaryeducatorsllc.com. The whole list is there. It's not fudged or whatever. What you see is what you get. So check it out, okay? Ingrid says, like if you left me the flower out of your hair, LOL. Like if you left me the flower out of your hair. Right. The other day I came live. You were there. Or you saw the replay and I had my flower. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I was sitting there, I ain't got no flower. I ain't got no lipstick on. I had just went live for a minute. I was getting ready to go somewhere. So I'm finished working today. I'm still open till 8. But I'm praying I don't even get nothing else today. I'm telling you, I'm tired. I just got back from being outside in a field inspection. Great thought. Thank you, Tyra. Thank you. Yeah, so don't be letting these people out here stress you out about your business. You know, again, I have to be careful of that. So I don't come on here with all that extra nonsense. We talking straight up, whatever it is to grow your business with a little life, you know, because I'm human. So, but let me see. Lori W says it is just like not telling everyone everything that goes on in your house. Yes. Lori called it because you don't have to tell everybody what's going on in your house. They gonna know some stuff, right? They gonna know. They can tell. They know the vibe. But they don't have to know every single thing in your home or your notary business. You don't. And I remember because the person in mentorship, she asked, well, hey, I was talking to another notary and I told her ABC. And the other notary was like, what? And I was like, girl, she ain't running no business. And she don't know how to. And that's okay. You know how to. If you feel like you want to share with her, that's why I don't hop in Facebook groups trying to straighten everybody out. Not going to do it. Never have. I don't hop in Facebook groups trying to straighten everybody out. You will be, first of all, they're going to dog you out. First of all, they're going to dog you out. And secondly, I don't have time for that. I'm teaching people that really want to be taught. Okay? Some people are just in there for conversation. Some people in there to stir the pot, get things going, you know? So I'm going to show you really quick, and I'm going to get this comment from Tyra. The Notary Journal Collection, if you've not seen it, these are some of the journals you can get. The leopard print. Oh, white snow leopard. That's what that is. I love it. Okay. And then we got the pink. We got several. It's 15 to choose from. I only got 3 right here. The pink. And then we have the car. The futuristic car. Okay. And the inside of the journal is super dope too, because it's got a place for your signing company. It's got a place for your signing location. A lot of times you forget where the signing happened. That's why I added that. You're like, where's that signing at? Where'd I go? Like, or what company hired me? You forget that. So I actually put that in there. And on the bottom is separate spaces to put your notary stamps. For tax purposes, you need to know how many stamps did I use? What are my travel fees? What is my state fee? Okay. So, and it's a place for everything you do. I-9s, apostille, wedding officiant, permit running, whatever you're doing, proctoring. You can just check the box. Boop. And you're good to go. Okay, so check out the journals. And everything is at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And I put it where hopefully you can just tap the button. I always talk about make it easy for your clients to do business with you. So I rearranged the website. And, you know, the buttons are right there when you first log on. So you should be able to click and go right to where you need to go. Okay. Ohio. Yes. Come on through, Ohio. Yeah. So everything I'm talking about will really work for you in Ohio. Everything I'm talking about will work for everybody. You can do the I-9 in Ohio. Like I said, California, I always like to make sure I'll let you know you need a bond. And I have a bond for Georgia, but it's not for that. I have an immigration bond. So the I-9, again, is really an immigration document, so I can complete them. I don't need that to complete the I-9, but I just have one anyway. And you don't have to go out and buy a bond, okay? Unless your state says you have to have it. Tyra says, can you give a motivational thought if a person has fear issues? Oh, I'm just going to tell you got to do it. But the main thing that's going to help you with the fear, Tyra, for real, the main thing, my friend, that's going to help you is knowledge. Knowledge and coming to mentorship meetings. They're included in the $27 package. And it's not no fake meeting. It's the real meeting that we have with everybody that we've been having, that people are successful. They're doing their first Texas refis. They're doing their first apostilles. They're doing in-field inspections. They're doing their I-9s. They're doing loan modifications. They're doing refis. They are doing the thing, power of attorneys. They're charging more for their stuff than I charge. I'm learning from my mentees. Okay, they are doing some amazing things, honey. So please, once you get yourself together, the best way to help you with that fear is knowledge. Knowledge of how to properly notarize your documents, properly knowing your notarial duties, having your bag packed, having your ink done, just like I'm telling you right now. All those little things help build your confidence. And it really, the way we teach, Tyra, by the time you finish a couple sessions or whatever and come to a few lives, and really get in the business is going to get in you, and you're going to be looking for something to stamp. You're going to be like, wait a minute, let me get my Google page together. Hold up, I got to start getting out there and marketing. So it's going to flow out of you once you put it up here, and it's going to touch your heart, because I can tell you want to do your business. And fear stops a lot of people, y'all. Fear will stop you dead in your tracks. And I'm afraid to fly. I will do it. I'm usually about a 2 or 3 hour kind of person, but it has stopped me from going out the country, like way, way out the country. Like my sister just got back from Rome. Never me, because I'm not getting on a plane for 10 hours straight. I'm just not doing it. And the same thing with their notary business. Most people we're not taught to have businesses in school. We're just not. Now, there are some families where they teach their children that, but most of us have not been taught. And I was blessed to grow up in a family where my parents were entrepreneurs and my dad worked for Ford Motor, okay? So he had a regular job and they were entrepreneurs by force, because at the plant, a lot of times my dad would get laid off. And in order for him to feed us, we were 4 little kids, he would have to, he started a carpet cleaning business, him and my mom. Then she started selling different things, okay? So I grew up in a house and I didn't realize it then, but my parents were bosses. They were straight up entrepreneurs, right? And only later I look back and say, oh man, I remember when we used to do ABC. So those things helped me as an adult to be able to run my businesses the way that I run them. And my personality is just, I love talking to people, so I'm not too afraid of most people. I got a few people that kind of intimidate me, just being straight up transparent, but it's rare. It's rare that you're going to intimidate me, because I know just as much as you. If I don't know it, I'm going to figure it out. Okay? So when it comes to being fearful in the notary space, the main reason I find most people are fearful, though, is that they don't know what to do. They got their commission. They have this dream. They watch some YouTubers, and it's like, I want to do just like her. And you can be just like me or anybody else you see on here that you want to be like, if they're worth being like, okay? But you got to put the work in, and don't be afraid. Let us help you. We have such a loving community. I'm telling you, we really do. So come to those meetings. They're included in that $27 plan. And that's why I did that. I created the community in such a way, because I didn't just roll out that $27 in my sleep. I said, let me wake up and put a $27 plan together. No, honey, I put a lot of thought into that plan. I'm like, which of the courses do the people need to get started? What do they need to really start their business? What do they need? So I put Notarize Like a Pro in there. I put how to price your business, how to price your services in there. I put the specialty course in there so you can learn a little bit about fingerprinting and power of attorneys and all of that. I put everything you need. It's 5 of them. Build your business. So you can build out that business step by step. I put everything you need in that $27 plan to get started. Even with just those courses alone, you can start your business for only $27, like real talk. But the icing on the cake, though, if you really want to blow up in your business, is coming to those weekly sessions. Come to the weekly sessions. Watch the replays. You got access to all the replays that's been going on for this year. 90% of them. A few of them are not there because it's just not something that you needed in that particular package. But you got access to about 90% of the replays. All the replays going forward, you will have access to. So I'm really, 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 really going to recommend you take advantage of that. And once you come to a few sessions, girl, and you see how everybody's doing their thing in this notary space, because my people walk in silence, okay? My notary mentorship, they walk in silence. They are doing the darn thing, but they don't like to be on YouTube. They don't like to be shouted out. And I've told them recently, I said, if you don't send me an opt-out that you don't want your picture somewhere, I'm about to start advertising y'all and talk about what y'all doing over here. Because they doing some amazing things, but they like I said, they're shy. They don't want to be on YouTube. They don't want to be on Instagram. But I said, if you don't send me an opt-out, you're going to be, your notary company going to be spotlighted, okay? Your business, what you doing, because they doing some amazing things. All right, let's get these questions. Lori says, Tara says, okay, thank you. Lori says, the mentoring sessions are very inspirational. I felt the same way you did, Tyra. Yeah, for real. Lori did. And Lori is doing her full-time thing and doing her notary thing. But Lori be knocking it out the box too. Do not get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. Tyra says, thank you, Lori W. I'm afraid to mess up, but I guess it is what it is. No, it ain't gonna be it is what it is, Tyra. You are not gonna be out there messing up because you have a mentor program. You have us to help you. You're gonna learn what you need to do, and then you're gonna start taking jobs. Most people start taking jobs, mess up, and then they want to try to find us. No, let's get the knowledge first. That's why I always say pump the brakes. Don't buy nothing else. Only thing you should be buying if you're not sorry. Only thing you should be buying right now is the Start Your Notary Business book. If you want to learn how to do the business, okay? Other than that, don't be out there buying all this stuff you don't need. You're not ready for it yet, okay? You need to learn this business, and that's what I do well. I teach you how to start the notary business. I teach you how to be a great notary. Now, what I teach is not sexy. I'm not over here marketing. You ain't got no business marketing if you don't know what you're doing, okay? You have no reason to be marketing your business and you do not know what you're doing. You don't. I'm sorry. You heard it here first. That's why I would say what notary educators do is not sexy, but I bet you know how to stamp that paper. I bet you don't have errors on your documents when you submit them to the signing company because you know what to do. Now, will you eventually learn how to market? Sure you will, because you got to market in order to have clients. So we teach you how to market. I have a whole marketing course, a marketing book. That's not the problem. The problem with most people is they lack the confidence. They're afraid, like my friend here, okay? And it's because you don't know what you're doing. You get your notary commission, give me something to stamp. You ain't ready to stamp. You don't know what you're doing. So you got to take time to get a little knowledge under your belt. You have to. How long does it typically take people? I'll say, if you're really working a plan, like beginning to end, I would say for real, you could be up and running probably in less than 30 days. And why do I say that? Because you got to get the Google page. Google takes a couple weeks itself to get approved. Okay, so you got to get your Google page. That's no doubt. So by the time you get your Google page up and running, which is usually a pain in the butt, okay? In the meantime, when people can't get their Google pages running, though, I always say just still get out there, get your business cards, order at least 100. Really, you should be ordering a few more than that now. But I don't say order too many because your services will continue to grow. Your business card will evolve. So, but I want you to have enough where you don't have to be like, let me give you one business card. It's like, can you leave a stack? Well, I only have one, or I don't have any. When people tell me they're on a business cards, I'm looking at them like, what do you mean you're on a business cards? That's the cheapest investment. And yeah, I want you to have old-fashioned business cards. You can have Popple and Pop and all that stuff electronically and dropping your stuff over in people's telephone. Have some old-fashioned, tangible business cards that you can hand out. Physical business cards, okay? Hey, Slot, how are ya? Brutally exquisite. I like that. Do you do one-on-one calls? Not really. I'm really focusing on the mentorship right now. I really am. Everything you need is at notaryeducatorsllc.com. Just decide, what type of training you want to do. We're pretty clear on our training. I have 1,000 videos here, so I don't do a lot of one-on-one. If you have a specific question you'd like to leave here, I'd be more than happy to answer it for you. But I just don't have a lot of time to do a lot of one-on-one because I'm focusing on the group, like for real. I answer 90% of the questions over there. 90. I have Myself, Jeffrey, Lisa, and Alexis are answering the chat, but that runs 7 days a week, literally, all day long. So by the time I finish helping my actual people in my mentorship program, I don't have time for a whole lot of just conversation. I don't. And I'm pretty clear what we offer. So again, if you have something here, it'd be my pleasure to answer it for you. But right now, I just don't even have the bandwidth to do one-on-ones. I don't. I'm more of a group person. And what we do, just FYI, if you are in the all-inclusive program and you have a signing or, something that I have to call you on, we will call you. I'll even ask you, hey, is it okay if I give you a call right quick? If we need to add some clarity to something. So everything is not in the chat, but 95% of it, we're able to handle right in the chat. And then we meet 4 to 5 times per month live. So if we can't help you between all of that, I don't know what else, and I've had that happen. Maybe 1 or 2 people, they were looking for someone probably to live in their home with them. No, I'm not talking to you, but a couple people in the past, and it's like, I can't go live in your house with you. So, between all of that, 4 to 5 times per month, we meet live, whatever, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. Mostly it's been about an hour and a half at this point, because we're learning how to hone in, and I like to talk a lot, so I'm learning how to shut up and let the people say what they need to say and then keep it moving, because everybody is busy. But the live sessions, again, if you really want to deep dive into this business, is where it's going to be happening. And we don't just do what I call fluff. It's not just a rah-rah session. And a lot of motivation. You do need motivation, but once you get the skill set and you're actually receiving knowledge, that's when I find you'll know how to do this business. So we got a lot of new people in the room. What's up, people? Any questions? So to answer your question, I don't do a lot of one-on-ones, but again, if you have something here I can help you with, or you just need to shoot me a quick email, you can. NotaryEducatorsLLC@gmail.com, or just like I said, take your time, read all the descriptions. Everything is what it says it is. It ain't no fluff. So we can help you wherever you are in your business. Nobody's business is so different that we've not been able to help them. Like, for real. Whatever state you're in, it's just like I compare a doctor. A doctor may be a heart doctor, cardiologist. He's trained to work on the heart. I'm trained to work on notary businesses. It don't matter what color you are. It don't matter what language you speak. It don't matter what state you're in. It could be an attorney state. You can need a typical license if you're in Maryland. Wherever you are, we got you covered, because you're a notary is a notary. A heart is a heart is a heart. If it's in a black person, if it's in a white person, if it's in an orange person or purple person, the heart is in the same place. The heart beats the same way. And that's how the notary business is. So whatever you need, we got you, okay? Are you a member of the NNA? Madeline. Hey, Madeline. Hey, Keisha. How are you, Keisha? Yes, I am a member of the NNA. Yes, I am. I am a member of the NNA. And let me see. Did I get that question twice? Okay, yeah, she put it twice. That's okay. Yes, I am a member of the NNA. I choose to continue my membership for several reasons. One, I'm an ambassador for the NNA. I don't talk about it a lot, but I am an ambassador of the NNA. We meet monthly, just to kind of see how we can help different communities and stuff like that. What would we like to see is notaries in this space to help newer notaries, stuff like that. And I'm always of the mindset I'm doing what I can to help new notaries. I have this YouTube channel, over 1,000 videos, short form, long form podcasts, mentorship, books, journals. So I'm doing my share to help the notary space. So I keep the membership too, though, because sometimes I'll call the NNA. I have called them on something. That's what they're there for. A lot of times, I'll be honest with you, whatever you got in your handbook, that's what they're looking for. They're looking at too. There's nothing special. But I do keep the membership because I am an ambassador for the NNA. Okay. And I think it's a good thing for $69 just to have it as an ace in the back pocket if you want to have somebody to call and reference, to run something across. But again, you got us in mentorship, so. But I'm not opposed to it. Back in the day, I used to say, I don't know. But I think you should do it. $69. As far as the forms and stuff go, I get my forms right from my state website, so it's not like I need them for that. I see we got a lot of new people. What other questions do we have? Tyra's laughing. So I answered that question. Deborah says, thank you for saying that. You're so welcome. I don't know what I said, Deborah, but you're welcome. Keisha says, I think she was saying something else. It was like, finally. Tyra. Robin says, facts, waiting for my page. Yes, Robin. Hey, Robin. How are you? Robin's in mentorship, too. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Brutally Exquisite says, okay, I understand. Thank you. Cool. We'll be looking for you in mentorship, though, okay? Maria says, this is my first time here. Welcome. Question. Do you guide the people in the mentorship program how to get their Google page up and running? Yes, we do. There's an actual course on the Google My Business. There's an actual course that takes you step by step, okay? And then a lot of people have had issues getting their page set up. So they'll talk about that in the all-inclusive, the chat. There's a lot of conversation about that. But yeah, so we don't actually set the page up for you. We can. That's a service. So that's an additional service. But we have an actual Google My Business course. It's really simple. It takes you literally step by step. And then after that, if you need assistance, then that's when you can get on. You can ask Alexis a couple of questions. But after that, you may need to get on her calendar, okay? Lori W. is always helping out. She says, brutally exquisite. Look into the mentoring program. I truly believe that it will give you what you need to build your business. Thank you, Lori. Lori is our #1 fan. For real. For real. Thank you so much, Lori. Tyra says, should I and others become members of the NNA? Again, I think it's a good investment. It's $69. So what you get for being a member, the main thing is access to their line if you need help, if you get stuck. Now, they can't help you with loan signings, let's be clear. Now, our mentorship does. Our mentorship chat line helps you with everything, but NNA can only help you with notarial acts, let's be clear. So if you're stuck out there, you have a loan signing and you don't know what to do, well, actually, we ain't even sending you out there before you do it. If you get a loan signing, you need to be preparing your documents, and then as you get questions, let us know in the chat, and we'll answer that or call you if we have to. Okay, that's how that works. But the NNA does not help you with loan signings. They can help you with the notarial part of it. So that's all they do, though. They do not help you with loan signing documents, okay? Even though they sell a loan signing course, all right? But they'll help you with anything notarial related. So, for example, if you need to know, by the time I get finished, you ain't going to want to sign up. But for example, if you want to know, can you take an expired ID? They're going to look in your state handbook, which you should already be looking at. And I teach you that from day one. They're going to look at the state handbook for your state and say, oh, okay, yeah, you can. Or no, you can't. Based on your handbook. So, again, $69 per year right now. I say, yeah, you can write it off on your taxes, you know. But if you don't really need it, you could be investing that $69 over here with Notary Educators. And we got you covered not 24 hours, but 7 days a week. 9 in the morning to 11 at night. Madeline says, thanks. I'm in DC and just starting out. There's a book for DC, Madeline. Start Your Notary Business in DC. I think it's a blue one. Check it out, though. Start Your Notary Business in DC. Okay? That way you'll know exactly what you can do in your state. Very good. Okay, Latrina's in the house. The budget better. The budget better sister. Hey, new here. I've been watching your videos all week. I just took the notary course and certified. Yes, congratulations. When you're ready to go next level, check us out for one of our mentorship options so we can help you to really know how to be a great notary, how to grow your business, okay? Guys, let's go ahead and put our last few questions in there because I'm going to start wrapping up. But so Maria says, thank you. Tyra says, great question. I need a Google page too. Yep. So we have a full-blown Google course. I really urge you and encourage you rather, check out the Notary Educators page so you can see what's included in the all-inclusive membership and you can see what's included in the startup plan and see which one best suits your needs right now, because you could always upgrade. You can start at the $27 per month and you could upgrade to the $47, okay? Based on what you're doing in your business. You can also downgrade if you need to. But most people don't downgrade because once you know, you know. Once you're in the house, you want to be in the house, right? But yeah, start at the 27 and then come on up because at least that gets you into the weekly sessions, okay? The weekly sessions. And that's where all the gems and stuff is happening. I'm definitely going to sign up tonight. We'll be looking for you. Oh, Lori, she's thanking you so much. Yeah, we'll be looking for you. Are the books only hard print? No, Madeline, there's an ebook. Every state has an ebook and hard book. I just happen to have these here, but you can get the ebook. And there is one for your state also. Yep. And these came about because people kept asking me for paperback. And it was so funny. Initially, I only had one ebook. And then everybody was like, I really want a paperback. I didn't realize people bought that many paperback books. So a lot of things in my business, and I thank you all, I really do. That's why I keep my prices low and everything, because it's my way of thanking you all for everything too, I promise you. So when I first started these journals right here are paperback. Okay, this one is paperback, and this one is paperback. But this one is a hard copy, and it is thebomb.com. But the hardback came about because of one of our students. He was like, hey, I want to get that in hardback. And I was like, it don't come in hardback. But then at night I kept thinking about it. I said, well, why can't it? Why can't it? So your girl got hardback. Yeah. So we got hardback. So you got choices, whatever you want to do. NotaryEducatorsLLC.com for everything. All right. We got a lot of people that joined us. I'm going to give y'all 5 more minutes and I got to go for real. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm just going to answer questions. So we answered that. So the books do come in ebook also. You're welcome, Madeline. Ingrip says, as always, informative and enjoyable. Have a pleasant evening. See you later, Ingrip. Thanks for everything, Miss Kimfrey. She's so funny. And Harriet Davis, hey, hi. Finally, I can come in your group now. Yes, come on through, Harriet. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. All right, guys. So anything else? Going once? Going twice? Need a web page? Yes. Hey, VBTT, welcome, welcome. Yes, you can get a web page. We are actually doing those now. Also, it's at the web. Look at NotaryEducatorsLLC.com under website services. It's on the first page. There's the little buttons. Click those buttons, and you can pick your website, and we will help you build it out. Yep. And is your Google page complete too, VVTT? Oh, you need my website. Oh, I thought you wanted to build one. NotaryEducatorsLLC.com is our website. NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. You're welcome. How much are the journals? The $12.99 for the paperback. I kept those reasonably priced too. $12.99 for the paperback. Okay. Average journal out there is like $40. And then I did the hardback, only $29.99. The NNAs is, I think, $55. So anything I do for you guys, I'm going to always keep it a little bit less than everybody else. It doesn't mean the value is less. It's just that I know the market. And I know that you've already spent. I had somebody reach out to me. I'm going to tell y'all this story really quick. I know I said I'm getting ready to go, but I am. But I had somebody reach out to me a few weeks ago. They had spent $500 on a course. $500. And they were devastated. They were devastated. And it was so crazy. I felt bad for them, right? But then they came over to my program and they didn't appreciate that. So some people you just can't please. And when I feel like you're like that, we're going to cut ties really quick. I told you earlier, I don't do drama. I don't. Life is too short. I know what we have. We have the best product out there. It is truly the best mentorship out there. Now, do people have other little pieces that they can provide? Sure. But I give you what you need. I keep it simple, uncomplicated, no fluff, right? And for some people, they like the extra drama. They really do. But I don't do that. I don't do drama. I don't do extra. And we will part ways really quick. Really quick. If you're looking for a notary training mentorship program that's going to build your confidence, it's going to help you to be able to get out there and do your notarial duties. It's going to help you to price your services. If you're looking for a program that is going to help you to build your business correctly, right? Your LLC, EIN, then we're the people for you. If you're looking for people that can motivate you, that can cheer you on, that have been where you are, that had their commissions and didn't know what to do. That's how my whole enterprise started. I'm going to say enterprise. My whole notary enterprise, right? That's how Notary Educators started. That's how my YouTube channel, my podcast, all of that started because I could not find anyone that was willing to share information with me. I could not. So when I did figure it out, people start asking me, well, Kimmi, how about this? How about that? And I started sharing information with people. That's how everything started for me, because I couldn't find anybody that could help me. There were other YouTubers when I started the business. Most of them are no longer doing the business. Honestly, they've moved on to other stuff, right? But I love being a notary. I really do, if you couldn't tell. But, yeah, I'm just very passionate about you knowing what to do and doing it correctly. So it's not that the value isn't there. My program could be easily $200 a month, but I know the average person can't afford that. Let's just be real, right? So if you want to pay more money to somebody, there's somebody out there that'll take your money. There is, but I'm just about, I think volume. I think service-wise, I want to do a good job for you. So you're going to tell somebody else. You're going to tell somebody else. You're going to get over on Facebook and say, girl, join Kimmi's mentorship. And it happens all day long. So that's what's going to happen to you in your notary business as you continue to grow. You get the knowledge. You know how to properly execute a document. You know how to properly price your services so you're not underpricing or overpricing. When you learn how to actually service your clients in a way that is acceptable, that they love you, they're going to work for you. They're going to tell people. So yeah, my Google page is all set up. It's fully maximized, et cetera, et cetera. But a lot of my business come from repeat or it come from referrals. Why? Because I am the go-to notary in this area and I'm determined to stay that way, right? And I teach you how to do that too. Provide excellent service. First of all, know what you're doing. When you know what you're doing, as we were talking all this time here, your confidence level will grow. Boom, boom. And you're going to be the bomb.com. Okay, last thing. Let's get these last few questions. Wonderful. I have one, but I like yours better. Oh, yeah, Tyra, you're going to love this journal, girl. Thank you for even thinking about it. You're going to love it. But look at the whole collection. There are 15 you can choose from. Cats, dogs, girl, everything. So let's look at the whole notary collection at NotaryEducatorsLLC.com, okay? Let me say that one more time slower. NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. Harriet said, yes, I want all of that. Yeah, come on through, Harriet. Ian Grip says, your program is affordable and knowledgeable. God sent me to you. Yes, thank you. We hear that all day long, literally. We do. We really do. Well, Lori, I'm going to let you get back to your day. Lori, thank you so much. You are always such a sweetie. And everyone else that has trusted us with your mentoring, process and being a part of our program and allowing us to be a part of your notary journey. The stories are just continuing to grow. It fills my heart and I'm just ecstatic. I'm so excited for what I've seen, what I know we have done for $47 and now at $27 for those of you who really want to get started. No more excuses. You hear me say that? No more. No more excuses. You got a $27 price point, not just fluff mentorship, real mentorship, or either $47, guys. Well, on that note, I am going to get out of here. I thank you all for hanging out with me. Again, shout out to Lori W. and everybody else. You guys have a great night, okay? I'll see you soon and much success in your notary business. Bye. NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast. We hope you found today's episode helpful and inspiring as you build your notary business. Don't forget to explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training notary library for more resources to expand your skills and services. Stay connected with us on YouTube at Notary Educators with Kimmi for even more tips, tricks, and industry insights. Be sure to subscribe and share this podcast with others who want to succeed in the notary field. Until next time, keep growing and learning, and take your notary business to the next level. See you soon! Don't forget, for all things notary related, visit NotaryEducatorsLLC.com.